now.
Okay, so we're going to connect this back to our class, which is Islamophobia. And so do you think you could just tell me, do you feel this incident was an example of institutionalized Islamophobia?
What do you mean by that question?
Institutionalized Islamophobia is essentially the propagation of Islamophobia into our society, into our cultures, and literally into our institutions. For example, when the media shows an Arab person, they usually show an Arab person being really angry, death to America, violence. So these stereotypes that are propagated, the fear that's propagated, this is like institutionalized.
Okay.
And so when you bring Islamophobia into the picture, fear of the unknown, fear of Islam, and how it's institutionalized. So that is institutionalized Islamophobia.
So what exactly is your question?
Do you feel as though, for example, that the FBI or other government agencies are behaving in a way towards you, or that this shows evidence that they're behaving towards Muslims in general in a way that's unfair, discriminatory, and they're basing this off of their own information? Do you feel like this is existing in those agencies?
Definitely. I definitely believe so.
Okay. The other question was, do you think that this issue is a valid concern for Muslims as well as non-Muslims? Like, do you think there's a reason why non-Muslims should care about what's happened to you?
Definitely. I think all Americans should care about what's happened to me because, as of right now in California, any American can have a tracking device under his car without their knowledge for any reason the FBI wishes to.
Yeah.
So, where are their freedom rights?
Okay. So in terms of I'm not sure what else to ask, actually. Those are the only questions we had.
Does this affect, has your experience affected your decision to go to law school? Has it in any way influenced that?
No, not at all. I want to go to law school because I want to be in court defending people, not more or less. I have a way with words, and I want to use that to the best of my skills. And I think I can do that best in a court.
Do you think that gave the FBI more suspicion or reason to be suspicious?
No, I don't think that gave them any more suspicion. I think the main reason why the FBI are affiliated with me, and there is a story about Yasir Afifi and the FBI, is because of whatever profile I'm fitting, whatever racial profile I'm fitting due to my ethnicity, my religion, my background, my lifestyle.
Okay. So you feel this is an indication of Muslims and Islam being racialized in America?
Definitely profiled and racialized.
Okay, and do you think 9/11 is what spurred this on, or do you think this existed before 9/11?
I was young, I was 13 when 9/11 happened, so I wouldn't know much about what happened before then, but I could tell you that after 9/11, Homeland Security is definitely putting everybody under suspicion of being a terrorist and tracking them down and making sure that they're not, doing anything wrong or violent towards American people.
Okay. And would you say that 9/11 sort of made it okay for certain people's civil liberties to be taken away? Like, for example, if you are Muslim, like, it's okay for you to be treated that way because you might be one of those people?
No, it's not okay to be treated that way, though they justify it because of incidents like 9/11, the Fort Hood shooting, and several other incidents.
Okay. And
so I have a question. So what do you think the Muslim American identity is?
As of today, in the Americans' eyes? Or in general?
In general, what it should be.
The Muslim American's identity. In general, should be no other, should be the regular identity of any Muslim American. There should be, can you break down that question? It's a very vague question.
So
for example, what is a Muslim American to you? Like, when you hear Muslim American, you hear the word Muslim and you hear the word American. What does it mean to be those things together? You're a Muslim American, for example.
Just a regular person who conducts prayer and believes in one God and and does what everyone else does, tries to make a living, and goes to school and works and thrives for a career, just like any regular person
in America.
in America. Yeah.
And how do you think it is actually being shaped based on experience? Based on experience.
I think it's being shaped in a negative way under the Americans' point of view because of 9/11 and all these horrific incidents that have happened, causing a very bad name for Islam. And this is what gives the Americans the excuse to act accordingly, to track people that they shouldn't be tracking, to be spending American tax dollars on things they shouldn't be.
Have you done anything yourself that you feel helps negate that view that's been propagated?
What do you mean?
Like, have you done anything that kind of shows people that Muslims aren't that way? Like, what have you done to...
Yeah, I go to school and I go to work every day. That's all I
Okay.
do.
Okay, has this incident, like, affected the way college students might perceive you in, like, college life? Like, have they looked at you any differently because of what's
Not
happened?
really. Not really. I
Okay.
mean, people know me pretty well
Okay.
before and after the incident.
Okay,
Nothing's
so they treated
changed.
you exactly the same as before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think is shaping the Muslim American identity? Who or what?
Who do I think is shaping the Muslim identity? Who or what in America?
Who or what is shaping what it means to be a Muslim and an American?
So what institutions
Yeah.
within America do you
Media,
think?
college, politics,
I think-
Muslims themselves, non-Muslims.
I think they mean,
churches.
like, it seems like in America today, it seems like the identity of what it means to be Muslim, what Islam is, has been taken out of the hands of the Muslims themselves and put into the hands of people who are not even Muslim, you know? So, like, I'm trying to explain your question, yeah. So, just he's asking about that. Do you feel that that's true? And to what extent?
I believe, people don't look at Islam anymore from the Muslims' perspective.
Yeah.
Actions, words. I think they look more at anything violent or anything extreme that happens from anyone that says that they're Muslim, and they judge Islam according to that only.
Okay.
And the media, of course.
And you yourself haven't experienced any such feeling living here?
What do you mean? What type of feeling?
Like any feeling of animosity just because you're Muslim or suspicion just because you're Muslim?
I haven't. Not at all.
Okay. So this was like your first instance where you felt anything like that. This experience with the FBI was
This
your
would
first.
be my second because
Your
it was my
second,
first
okay.
direct.
Okay.
On that note, why don't you tell us